Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, based on whatsoever time you must be watching this tutorial. So today we are going to be looking at the Pixellab interface. This is simply guiding us through using Pixellab to produce good designs, good graphics. And so without wasting further time, let's get into business. So we are going to start by taking a tour of this downer section here. That's this part here. We're going to be taking a tour of that. So we're going to start by looking at this first one here. Okay, so we'll be looking at that tool today. So this simply is to show it provides you with template that you can edit on Pixellab. No matter your version, you will have your own template that you will be able to edit. So it provides you with template that you can edit and all the rest. Now the next tool, which is the one with an A, this one here. So this one simply is for your text. If you click on it, you see text, quotes. So if you click on text, you're going to see something like new text. You see me moving around with new text. So you can edit your text by simply clicking on edit, and let me say hello and welcome. Boom, and that's it. So that part simply works for text. That is this over here is to input your text into Pixellab. This. Okay. So the next, and on that you can modify your text. You can see delete if I should delete. You can see copy if I want to copy. You can see to front, to back. That's to take your text in front, to bring it behind. Position. This is to nudge it, and yeah, you get increasing it is increasing the speed. Like for example, if I increase it to like 27, you discover it moves faster. If I reduce it to 5, it moves slower. And yes, relative position, maybe you don't know the center of your design, this one can help you do that, the sides, and boom, that's it. And you can paddle, increase the size. So basically the A part is to work on text. Now let's take a look at this other tool over here, this one over here. Okay, so simply this one over here is like you can see stickers, import, to bring in images, to draw, like you want to draw something. So simply that's to bring in elements like that, to bring in shapes. If I want to bring in shape into my design, that's how I can bring in my shape, simply by going to the pentagon down there. So if I click on this drop down shadow here, this one here, oh sorry about that, if I should click on this drop down arrow here, you see I can have varieties of shapes for me to choose from: a circle, triangle, star, and all the rest. So that's it. And you can change your color, add stroke and the rest, blur your stroke and all that. Okay, and the same thing here, you can also copy, send to front, send to back, position, just like I just explained. Okay, so the next thing here is this. After this is this one over here, this one over here. Okay, so what is it for? Simply here is mostly to work on your background. Like for example, I'm designing a logo and I want to save it as, logos normally you don't need to have a background because you'll be inputting it on flyers, banners, and all the rest. So if I should click on transparency, you discover that my background is transparent, that is empty. And if I send it to my client, it's going to have no background. And here on color is to choose your background color. Like for example, you can see I can choose any background color that I want. I can even choose a gradient. Gradient is a color that is a color scheme that has more than one color. So a color that is more than one is a gradient. So you can choose your background color from here, and you can set your image size depending on what you are working on. For example, this one is 1280 pixels by 1280 pixels. Okay, and you can equally select an image from this one that Pixellab will provide for you to use as a background. Okay, and here from gallery, to choose a background from gallery. More tutorial videos that you'll be watching, you'll see I will be choosing a background from gallery. And from camera is when you want to take your background, you want to take a background by simply snapping, which I've never used before. I don't know if that works good for you, then that's cool. Okay, and now the last one here, down here, which is this one over here. I don't know if that's visible. This one over here, if you click on it, you're going to see it's for you to rotate. If I click on rotate, if I had a background that was maybe an image, you see it rotating the person. And to add you see, so this is simply here to add extra spices to your design. You can add noise to it. You see, I should add noise to my background. You see, I can add noise to my background. I can either increase the alpha is like increasing the opacity of the noise, or reduce the alpha. I can still enhance it, how bright or dark I want it the greens to be. Okay, and this one is stripe. If I want to add some stripes to my background, all right, this is good. So here is brightness. You can see if I should increase the brightness, it increases the brightness on the background, and if I should reduce the brightness, it decreases the brightness on the background. Maybe you are working with you're working on a design that has so much white color, maybe white text, white shapes, and you don't want your background to be that bright in order for you to show forth contrast. You know what contrast is, right? So your background will not be clashing with your text, and your audience will not be able to read it. Okay, so you can come here and reduce the brightness of your background. Okay, contrast, still the same thing, but contrast is a bit different, which we'll be doing more tutorials that will be coming up. That's for contrast. You can go ahead and play around with Pixellab, and you'll find it fun. You'll see many things that you don't believe can be done on the smartphone. Okay, and now the next is hue. If you see, hue is simply like to change an original color of something. Yeah, that's the basic definition I can give for now. More, and we'll be doing more tutorials ahead. You're going to be seeing how you can use hue to get a desired color for your design. For example, maybe I'm working on this and it's a blue color, and I'm working on an agricultural brand, right? Maybe my background I imported from gallery was blue, but I'm working on an agricultural design. It needs to be something green, right? And because I like that background and I don't think I can get a green color, I can bring that background now and use hue to change it to my desired color. Like if you see what's happening, I can take it to my desired color. So that is, you can see it's bringing out the green I want, or whatsoever color. So that is hue. And saturation, simply you can understand how, if you want it to be the color to be intense, or you don't want the color to be that intense. Okay, I am liking this already. So let's move over now to the upper part. Let's move to the upper part. That is, we're talking about this part over here. Oh my goodness, we're talking about this part over here. Okay, so let's get there. So we start by looking at this one here. Oh, I'm sorry about that. So we start by looking at the plus sign over here, the plus sign over there. That is what we'll start by. So if I should, oh sorry about that, if I should click on that plus sign, it's still the same thing. Yes, it's a shorter method of me to input my text, stickers, shapes, or to choose an image from gallery. Remember, choosing an image from gallery in this other section, like this plus, is different from choosing from gallery here. So this one here, oh my goodness, this one here is to bring in an image to be used for your design, right? To put in that design. Why this other one here is to choose a background from gallery. So this one is to bring in an image from your gallery and put on your design, while this one is to choose a background from your design. So I'm talking about this one down here, to choose a background from your design, while this one here to bring in an image and use in your design. So they are two, they are having from gallery, but they have different functions. Okay, let's proceed. So if you should click on shapes, it's the same thing like we have said. You see, choose your shapes and the rest. It's another method of choosing your shapes. Okay, so if you click on the plus again, you will see sticker. Here you can bring in stickers on your own version of Pixellab. You will see different versions of stickers, different types of stickers. See, right? So if I should click on here, you see shapes. I'm sure you should be having this also on yours. See, so that's simply stickers. So you can still either bring in that from here, or you can still come here. You see stickers. You can see stickers here. Where is that? You can see stickers here, or you can still take stickers here. That's something. Okay, so with that said and done, I think we are good to go. Now looking at this one here, so looking at this tool over here, this one, if I should click on that here, I can either save as project or save as image. What do I mean by saving as project, saving as image? If I should save as a project, it means I can come back to work on that design. Maybe you're working on a design, someone called you, you're busy, you had to stop for a while. You just click on save as a project, right? So if I should click on save as a project, you can give your project a name. Let me name this project tutorial, right? So should it be I've gone now or done whatsoever, I can still come back to Pixellab and do what? Modify this design. So if I should click on save as image, this one is when I want to export and send to my client or post it online, right? So if I should click on save as image, you will see it provides me with several options here. I can save as JPEG, meaning no transparency. I'll have a background, and I can choose PNG, meaning no background, right? And here is to choose the quality, which I will always go with ultra, for it to be super bright. We're going to be seeing that when I'll be recording tutorials on when you want to save your designs for printing, right? Okay, so now how can we access our project? To access your project, you simply maybe you want to now work on your project, you simply come here where you see these three rings intersecting, right? The three circles intersecting. So you come there, you see my project, right? If you have not done any project, you won't have this, but you click on that, you can see tutorial, and I can continue from there. You see where I am, right? You can now continue your job as if nothing happened. So the next one here we'll be looking at is this, oh my goodness, is this one over here, so we call them the grid lines. This is to help you align your work properly, right? So after clicking on it, maybe you want to put, for example, let me bring in another, let me copy this text. We need to copy, and if I want to align it and I want to get it perfectly, I will click on, let me start, I'll click on this, then now click here, I will click here to activate it, right? So I will click here, and now I can now take my grid line. You see, if I place it here, you see, now I cannot take this. I can see this is now on the line, and I will now deactivate it, right, by tapping on this again, so I can now work with my text by clicking on this again, this over here, right? I will click on it again, as in this, don't make a mistake, this same thing. Okay, so I'm going to click on that, and now I can now take this my text and align it properly with this other one using this like a ruler. So they are called a grid the grid lines. So you can see, and they are now aligned, so that is grid lines. Okay, oh, we are not there yet, so that's it. And the next one here we'll be looking at is this tool over here. This tool over here. So this tool over here is called the layer panel, right? So what's the layer panel? If you click on it, you see it shows you every single thing you have done on your design, on that is found on your canvas. You see everything I've done. Let me shift it a bit. You discover these things are what are on my canvas, right? And here I can either take something in front, take something below. Like if I should click on this over here, these three dots here, right? Those dots, dots. If I should click on those dots, I can hold it, shift this layer on top of another, like shift this layer on top of another. Like if I want to take this text, right? If you look at it very well, this text is on top of this shape. Now if I want to take the shape on top, I will just hold that dot and I boom. Like you can see, the text is now under the shape, same as I can still take the text above the shape. So the layer panel shows you your layers, what you've done, and how you can easily take one or bring one down. And that's it. You will learn better when more tutorials come forth. Okay, so with that said and done, I think you are good to go with Pixellab. You now know the interface, you now know what each tool stands for, each tool does, and you're good to go. But before that, let's explain this. Okay, this is simply to go to do a return or a redo. It's a redo, an undo button rather, right? It's an undo button. This is the undo button to undo what you have done, to undo what you have done. Like for example, let me see, my goodness, okay, let's say, okay, for example, let us say maybe what do I want to say? Maybe I mistakenly delete this. Delete. It was a mistake, right? Now I want to bring it back, right? I will undo what I did by tapping on that button, right? That is this over here, right? That's what we call the undo button. I've undo what I did. I deleted this. Click on delete, and I brought it back, right? So you can either delete from up here, or from here, right? The same thing. Okay, so that is that. And this plus button, plus icon, no, you need to master everything. So clicking on this plus icon is simply to zoom in on your design. If I should click on that plus icon, it's at 100. That is the standard size. That is how it should be normally. But in case you want to increase it, after clicking on that, you now use your two fingers on the screen and you zoom in or zoom out, zoom in or zoom out, as well as you can. After finishing, you can just tap on the plus icon before you continue your design. If this is your desired level, you now click on the plus icon again before you'll be able to do anything, and that will be the, you see, if I should tap on that, oh, I can now be working, and I want to zoom out, the same thing, but still click on it and I reduce and I tap on the plus icon. Okay, I think with that said and done, that is good. Here is simply you can get codes if you want. You have inbuilt codes that you can get. Okay, that is cool. So with that said and done, I think you are good to go. You have mastered everything. If you put this into practice, you can get Pixellab by simply going to Google Play Store to download the Pixellab. It's a free application. To get this dark theme, in case you need it, you can drop a comment in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with others. Until I come your way again next time, my names are Akwo Goodwill, and I'm the founder of Easy Graphics. See you.